This is the human body during pregnancy. Inside, a new life begins developing in a carefully protected environment. As we zoom into the abdomen, the uterus becomes visible. This is where gestation begins. Millions of sperm travel through the reproductive tract, moving toward the fallopian tube where fertilization may occur. One sperm successfully enters the egg. At this moment, fertilization occurs and a new genetic identity is formed. The fertilized egg begins dividing into two cells. This marks the start of rapid growth through cell division. As the cells continue dividing, the developing structure travels through the fallopian tube toward the uterus. The developing embryo reaches the uterus, where the lining is thick and ready to support implantation. The embryo attaches itself to the uterine wall. Blood vessels begin forming to supply nutrients and oxygen. The embryo grows steadily as cells organize into layers that will later form tissues and organs. One of the earliest organs to develop is the heart. It begins beating softly for the first time. As weeks pass, the fetus grows larger. Body proportions begin to change and become more defined. Arms and legs lengthen, and fingers and toes separate. Gentle movements begin inside the uterus. The skeletal structure strengthens as bones continue forming and becoming more defined. Muscles develop around the bones, allowing the fetus to stretch and move more smoothly. Facial features become clearer. Eyes, nose, and mouth form with increasing detail. The ears develop, and the fetus begins responding to sound vibrations from the outside environment. Movements become more active. Small kicks and turns can now be seen as the fetus grows stronger. The fetus gains weight steadily. The umbilical cord delivers nutrients and oxygen from the placenta to support growth. Fat layers form beneath the skin. The body becomes rounder, helping regulate temperature after birth. The lungs continue developing. Air sacs form and expand as the fetus practices breathing movements. These breathing motions help prepare the lungs for life outside the womb. The brain grows rapidly. New connections form as brain structure becomes more complex. Neural signals travel through the brain, supporting learning, reflexes, and sensory readiness. The fetus slowly rotates into a head-down position in preparation for birth. In this position, movements are slower but stronger, signaling readiness for delivery. The fetus is now fully developed, resting calmly inside the uterus with steady internal rhythm. The placenta and umbilical cord continue supplying oxygen and nutrients essential for survival. At full term, the uterus is naturally expanded to support the growing baby. As we pull back, we see the full context of pregnancy within the human body. The gestation process is complete. A new life is ready to begin outside the womb.